Hello everybody, it's Sharon here. Welcome back to my channel for those who are returning, and welcome to any new subscribers that may be visiting for the first time. So I have a quick update for you, and then I want to get busy and start working on our mini journal that we're working on. But I just wanted to show you the other little mini journal that I've been working on, which is this one here. I'm just trying to pick it up. I believe the kit is French Country by JunkWithSteph. It is Collage Papers Kit 12. I haven't done any more on the inside of that, but as we worked in our last video creating a book page snippet roll for the journal that we're working on together, the mini journal that we're working on together, I wanted to go ahead and create one very similar for the French Country journal. So I have that here, and I actually printed the French Country kit at 100%, and I went through and I picked up some scraps that I thought would coordinate with those. So you can see I've got bits and pieces here. But I just wanted to show you what I was working with. I didn't use all of the papers from the kit. I went ahead and I selected, I think, about a half a dozen or so. They are my leftovers. I've already torn the white edges off. So I will just show you the book page snippet roll that I created. Okay, so here it is. I absolutely love the way it's turned out, and I will say it's actually been sitting in here drying overnight, and I walked in here today and I love it even more than I did when I walked away, so that was exciting. So I think I did about, I don't know whether it was 6 or 7 pages in total, but I have gone ahead and I've cut off a couple of strips as well. So I'll talk to you more about those. I've done the same for the one that we're working on together, so you'll see why. Okay, so the other thing I didn't do with the French Country one, I didn't use any, oh I did actually. I was just going to say I didn't use any papers that were printed. No, I didn't use any papers that were printed at the smaller size. All the papers that I used for that book page snippet roll were printed at 100%. Whereas when we created this one together, I did have the music paper was printed at a smaller scale. Okay, so this is the leftover book page snippet roll that I have after I cut off a couple of strips. Now, this one here, I'm thinking I want to attach as a flip. So, taking my lace off, I'm going to pull this page out. So I hope you're all fabulous. I'm excited to get busy on this project. I've been thinking about it much of the day today. Okay, so the reason I cut the strips off before I collaged the back of them, so these 2 strips here, also no papers on the back, but my large snippet roll, I have gone ahead and collaged the back of both. So that's the French Country one, and this is the one that we're using, the 1908 papers for this journal here. I've collaged on the back as well. So I'm going to pop a bead of glue. I'm actually going to use my glue stick, I think. I am going to sew this. So let's see if I can bring this across for you. So I'm going to add glue all along this strip. And I do need to make sure that I turn it around the right way. So this is my front. That's up the right way. So we're good to go. So just attaching that there. I'm not going too close to that fold. I want to give it a little bit of wiggle room. And I probably should have inked before I did this, but I was so excited to get it attached I didn't think about it, so that's okay. We will ink after. Okay, so that is the front attached, and I am going to give that a really good burnish. Okay, and then love that. And then from there, I need to collage the back. So what I want to do is add a piece of tea stain paper, and I just need to find out where I put those. Okay, so I have a piece of tea stain paper here, and I think I will tear it roughly to size. I am going to give myself a little bit of wiggle room, not a whole lot. And going to do the same on the width. Just going a fraction over. Okay, so I'm going to glue this down. And I will get a clean glue book page because I didn't place that glue very well there. Okay, and I decided to do it this way because I really wanted to lock in this particular piece of paper, this brown packaging paper. I wanted to lock that in so that it was well secured and would offer really good stability. Potentially I will be sewing this. I've just got to work out my lace placement, but I am thinking I will sew around this once it has dried. So good coverage of glue. This book paper, it really soaks the glue in, I've noticed. But I do really love the feel of it. It has a good consistency, I feel. Okay, so I might line up that bottom edge. A little bit of wrinkling at the bottom. I find when I tea stain paper, the edges sometimes tend to stretch a little bit, so be aware of that if you're ever tea or coffee dyeing paper or anything with moisture in it, really, that it does have the potential to stretch your paper, particularly around the edges. And I think that's why we end up with the rippled effect when it dries. Okay, so really burnishing down that edge. A little bit of creasing at the bottom, but I don't mind that. In actual fact, I think it's the top. No, it's the bottom. Okay, so just getting my scissors, and I'm going to cut off the excess. Bear with me because these scissors are not the sharpest. Therefore, they're a little bit slow to use. they have a little bit of resistance when I cut with them. Okay, so that is my flip. I love that. Okay, I'm going to ink it now. And I haven't really thought about how I want to go about embellishing this. Just a little bit of excess paper to trim. And the inside as well, or the back as the case may be. One thing I want to do is make a couple of fabric clips for this journal, which I will possibly do off camera. I'm just going to keep them simple. That is my computer talking to me because I was scanning something before I started the camera. I actually had to wait for the scanner to stop so I could start recording. Okay. And I think I would be happy to attach that on that edge. And then when it's opened out, yes, okay, so just thinking that through. Now, what do I want to put on the front? Okay, just looking for my little bag with my images and things in it. So I have 2 envelopes which I need to make up. I do want to make some tags up during this video probably, so put those there. It's a fun little tag. Another coin envelope. Oh, isn't that pretty? I almost like those together. Actually, I'm just going to get my fabrics. So I have this tea-dyed cheesecloth here, and I just remembered it. It's a really pretty shade of pink, which I think might work for this. I really love it's almost a shabby chic, very feminine feel to these papers, which I'm really enjoying seeing come together. Just looking for my edge. There we go. Okay, so I do have the factory edge. Just cutting that away. Okay. Just wants to curl where it's been folded, but that will change. I think I want it this way. That's better. Okay, I'm loving that. Okay, sorry about that. I've actually had to stop the camera and go hunting for a couple of things because I couldn't figure out where I put them. So I have one of my little drawers here, and I have some labels from JunkWithSteph. So these are Specimen Labels Volume 3. And I'm not quite sure what size they're printed at. I'm hoping as I... Here we go, my little label. So they're printed 4 to a page. I think I got a little bit loud then. Sorry about that. I got excited because I felt like nothing was going to plan. Not that I had a great plan, but I was looking for the smaller ones of these. I have no idea where I've put them. I'm like, I know I haven't used them. So I had to shuffle some things on my desks. We had a little bit of a moment. So I'll ask you a question. How many people does it take to change a light bulb? I came in here, it was a couple of days ago now. I haven't done any crafting over the weekend. And I came in here, late one night it was, to pop my fussy cutting away. I'd been fussy cutting while watching TV with hubby, and I came in here to pop my fussy cutting away, and the light wouldn't turn on. So I was like, okay, so the light's blown. Went to bed that night, forgot all about it. Came in here the next day to start crafting and went, oh, that's right, I've blown my light. So I tried to take the cover off the light, and do you think I couldn't shift it. I tried and I tried. I walked away, I came back. I'm quite sure I looked like I was about to blow a gasket while I was trying to take this cover off, and usually it's just a little turn and it comes loose. Well, I could not for the life of me shift it. I kind of saw one of these on top that I thought would work, and now I don't know where it's gone. Yes, it just wouldn't shift. So I messaged hubby and I said, I'm really sorry. I haven't obviously eaten the right thing for breakfast this morning. I've got no muscles and I cannot get this light shade to shift. So we decided we would wait until he got home, and to make it more accessible for him, I decided to clean my table off because I was literally leaning across things, and I didn't want him to have to worry about it. So I shuffled things around ready for when he arrived home, and that was fine. He came in. I honestly thought he would come in. I said to him, I don't know whether my hand's the wrong size or shape. I just can't seem to grab hold of it properly. So I thought he would come in and it would happen really easily, and it didn't, which kind of made me feel a bit better. Anyway, there's a section on the light fitting that is directly above the part that we need to take off, and it turns as well. And so while we were trying, there it is, Spotto. While we were trying to remove that cover, the top section kept spinning in the direction that we were trying to. Usually if one spins one way, then the other spins the opposite so that they lock or unlock easily. That wasn't the case. So anyway, hubby tried a little bit, and I said to him, how about I get up there and I hold the top section while you see if you can unscrew the bottom section. He's like, yep, that's a good idea. We'll try that. Well, it did work, but love, oh my gosh, I was just like, wow, because I actually changed that light last. So I must have had some really good muscle power that day, because I made quite a task out of it. Okay, so that is my specimen of heels from Junk with Steph. It is volume 3 and it was printed 4 to a page, and I really loved, after all that, really loved that little label there. And I also have, now I don't know, I had a little image here to use and I don't know where I put it. Oh my goodness. Oh, there it is. So I have this little image here. This is from Herbs and Spices kit from Junk with Steph, and I really like that on there. And I don't know that I want anything else on there. Let me have a look in here. No, I think that's really, really pretty. I'm going to leave it at that. I just wanted something really soft and quite delicate, and kind of colourful to go on that first page. So I think that'll be beautiful. The cheesecloth I'm using, it is tea stained, and I believe I used a tea stain and I think it was food colouring, so it won't be colour fast, but to use in a journal it's fine. Gosh, that's a pretty label, Steph. It kind of reminds me a little bit of, it's almost a marbled effect. And this image here, this was actually cut on my Cricut. I did a few of these in this kit to see how well my Cricut would fussy cut, and I will say some of them came out looking a bit of a hot mess, but this little image here wasn't too bad. And that wasn't on Steph, that was on me, because I decided to change how closely it was to fussy cut. And yes, I got a bit carried away. Okay. So I'm going to lock this in. I haven't actually checked my glue, so keep your fingers and toes crossed. I think I need to, I'm sorry guys, this video really is going to be a hot mess, but I'm going to keep persevering. Sometimes when my glue bottle has been sitting for a few days, I think it starts to dry out in the tip of this Sugar Bell bottle, I've noticed. Okay, so I'm hoping that's enough to make a difference. Gosh, what a disaster of a video. I'm so sorry. Seems every time I come in here and I'm like super keen to get started on a project, this has been happening. It's like, whoa, slow down. Oh gosh, now I've got a song in my head. Why do I do it to myself? Okay, I want to lock that in up there. I've said before, I try and glue. I know that I'm going to get some fraying, but I do try and glue down where I want things to stay if possible. So I know some of it will come away and I'm okay with that. See that bit there? I would really like that to stay right there. Okay. So okay, I have got a little bit of a lumpy piece there. And I'm going to lock this piece in. I can tell you right now, the minute that our lockdown is over and I am able to get myself some acetone for my glue, it needs to happen. Okay. Behaving a little bit better. It's coming out quite thick though, so I really like that. I'm like, where do I put my glue bottle? And my lace will go down there, and I think I'm going to lock that in. Like, do I want to trim that? I don't think I will. So I need to make sure I have a reasonable amount of glue on here to hold this in place. And making sure my lace is the right way around, and the top edge is fairly straight, so okay. So when that opens out, that will flush up against that side. I love that. Okay. Going to burnish that, partly because my glue is so thick, so I really want to make sure that it's sticking where it's meant to. I do need to sew around this. For some reason it's scooched down. Okay, that's a bit better. Okay, just wanted to trim. I'm all over the place. I don't even know why. I love that. Absolutely. I just think that's so soft and delicate, and I'm super happy with it. And that's taken that brown packaging paper So we still have the packaging paper underneath. I may pop something under here. I haven't decided yet, but I think that's a really pretty opening, or first page rather. Just going to trim that. Just want to get rid of, these are such bad scissors to try and use. Okay, just trying to round off that corner a little bit. I love that. Really, really happy. Okay, so I have my pockets here, which I'm going to go ahead and glue those closed. I was just wondering whether I wanted them on the, so they're both on the back of the page at the moment, and I had considered putting it at the front, but considering the laces there, I don't think I will. I can use my art glitter glue. I'm just hoping it will work. Again, I didn't check. Well, looks like it's going to behave itself. Okay, so this particular book page, I actually creased in the wrong section. So just going to paper clip that back down to hold my lace. Oh my gosh. Just oh dear, I hope nobody is watching this video who's never made a journal before. If you are, I am so sorry. Okay. So I'm trying to decide what I would like to do. Kind of want to cover over that. I'm going to fold that up for now. It's in my way. This crease, I'd like to cover that up somehow. It's making me wonder even whether I want a little strip of this piece here. I was thinking of making that into a pocket, which I may well do. I'm just going to go ahead and close these for now, I think. Okay, I'm trying to do it without taking the lace off, and I'm fluffing around, guys. I'm sorry. It's much easier if you, oh my gosh, now my glue isn't working. I could say I had a feeling that would happen, which is why I didn't put the little drawer away that I have my, oh, there's a little lump in my glue, that I have my little pin in. I just had this sneaking suspicion. Okay. So I have two pockets there. Okay, so I'm thinking I might cut this down, turn this into a little pocket. Going to give it a little ink. It's really, really pretty now. Just looking through, I need to bring this across. Not even very good at cleaning up after myself today, unfortunately. Okay, so my envelopes are there. Well, that could be fun. Where is the other ticket I have? I know there is another one. A fun little pocket there to make up. Let's move my little label out of the way. I need another drawer to put these in. And that's kind of fun. I think it had a rounded edge and it didn't quite print properly, so I'm wondering if I round. It has given me a more rounded edge than I was planning, but I might be able to work with that. I'm just looking to see what else. Oh, there's my other. Okay. My good scissors are on the other desk. I won't be a moment. They're in my fussy cutting box. Oh my gosh, what a disaster. So just, oops, missed my basket. That's okay, it will wait for me. Got that one in there though. So these pieces I'm using are from the JunkWithSteph kit 1908 from the ephemera set. I've cut the top of this and I'm not sure I like that rounded edge, so I don't know. I may cover it with lace maybe. I like that there. I do have this made up, which I made for my cards. I'm just wondering. I do like that. Okay, so just going to cut it just a fraction longer, not much. So this is just a strip of calico with a little bit of curtain lace that is cut into a strip, and I've just zigzagged across the top of it. I've done 3 rows of zigzag to attach it. I love it. It's super thin, but it's really quite delicate. I might use the art glitter glue for this. Nope, no I won't. I'm not. I don't have the patience to try that again right now. It's funny how some days I can come in here and my glues will work so well. And then other days, they just don't want to play the game at all. Even this is resisting. Gosh. I feel like it's drying as quickly as I'm getting it on there. Just need to check my placement. Probably a good thing I didn't use the glitter glue. Okay, so I'm going to pop a good amount of this glue here. I may potentially sew this again. Just trying to make sure it's adhered well. And gluing my ticket down. And I'm going to sew around that in just a zigzag stitch. I think that's really pretty. Okay. And so I keep going to stand that bottle of glue up, but I cannot stand it up at the moment because then it just takes too long to work. So I'm thinking a little journaling card or something in there. That's very bright. Just like she will be hidden. But actually, okay, so I have some of my tea stain tags here in different colours. I've actually cleaned my desk off, guys, and I'm still struggling to find the space to work comfortably. This is crazy. Okay, so I'm wondering, this is what I call my red kit, but it actually has quite a pink tinge, and I'm just looking at the watermarks here. I think that could work quite well. So I'm wondering if I can back this tag and make it a little bit taller. I really like that. Okay, so just going to pop those in there. That's the drawer I'm talking about. I just have different colours. So I have yellow, orange, pink, green, my red, blue, and there's the eggplant at the back. Okay, so I'm not really sure how tall I would like to make this. I do need to back it, which inking now probably isn't isn't the right time because I'm probably going to have to ink it again once I've backed it. So, whoopsie. Just inking around the edges here. Okay, so what I'm going to do, that pocket is there. I'm going to make it just a fraction smaller, I think, fraction shorter. And that's one of the beauties of this tag set, because the background is blank, or plain rather, not blank. It's really easy to adjust the size. I'm going to say there. And you know, I'm not going to get rid of that little strip because I might be able to use that somewhere else. Okay, I'd like some white cheesecloth. Or do I want some white fabric? No, I think that's too much. Too much. Too much. Okay. Turning that cheesecloth around so that I have the right edge or the right side at the front. Which is sometimes easier said than done, especially when it's been folded. Okay. Just going to get my pin. I'll scooch you through this part. Okay, I'm hoping this will work okay. I'm not going to glue it down completely because I may decide to trim it slightly. Okay. Okay, so just getting my little tray of scrap fabrics, and laces. Just want to see what I have in here. I think that could be really pretty as a topper. I'm okay with the raggedy edge being on the back, but I don't want to lock that in just yet because I need to back it with some tea stain paper. So I'm just going to pop that there for now. Okay, I had to go hunting for the lid for my glue bottle because I dropped it. Okay, and some tea stain paper. And I've just realized I cannot actually now cut the top of the tag, so I need to be careful that I line my tea stain paper up with the top edge of my tag so I don't need to cut it. Goodness me, what a disaster. Having said that, it all seems to work out in the wash. I'm like, the art of journal making is so forgiving that even a bad day has good results, I feel. And that really works for me. Okay. So I'm going to put the torn edge. I haven't quite got good glue coverage up there. I am going to sew it, so I'm just kind of scooching it up so it runs through the glue that's on the back. That seemed to work. Hip hooray! Okay, giving that a good burnish. And I'm going to take my old scissors, so bear with me. Okay. Now, I'm still wondering if I want something. Kind of need to cover the top here too. That would have been pretty, but it's very thick. So I'm thinking something very simple like that. I do like that. Okay. And I may end up sewing this. My glue's not working again. So off camera, I gave that bottle a really good squeeze to encourage that glue to come through, and it seems to have helped. Okay, so just a little fabric collage just to cover up the fact that I hadn't punched the hole out of that card, and to add a little bit of detail, I am going to ink first the top of that, and then I'm going to add a bead of glue to hold that lace in place. Okay. And a really quick ink. Now, because I've had so many hiccups during this video, I actually have absolutely no idea how long it will translate into actual watchable viewing time. So I feel like I should stop my video there. Goodness me. What an absolute disaster. But we got our little pocket with a journaling card. That is really pretty. I really love that. We got the card and the tag done, the pocket and tag done. I said card. I was actually thinking about making a card to go in behind that, but that tag has ended up being quite large. So I don't feel like it needs anything else. And then we've made a little flip for the front. And we also adhered our pockets. So I am going to leave that video here. I'm really excited to continue with this journal, and I may even turn the video off and start a new video. I'm not sure. I'll have to check the time, but I really love that. Off camera, I'm going to sew around my flip here, and I am going to sew around, my pocket and my tag, and I will probably attach those. And I also need to sew around this page here. I haven't decided whether I'm going to add something on the pockets. I feel like I need to do something with those to cover up where I have folded them incorrectly. So I just wanted to say a huge thank you. If you've made it this far, you've done incredibly well, and thank you so much for sticking it out, because it didn't go smoothly, but you know, some days are like that. So I love what I've created. I hope you do too. And I just wanted to say a huge thank you to Steph from JunkWithSteph for allowing me to showcase your beautiful digitals. I'm not sure I did them justice today in today's video with all of my hiccups, but like I said, I absolutely love the way they've turned out with the ephemera that we've made for today. And I'm excited to continue with this little journal. So thank you all for joining me, and I look forward to seeing you all soon, everybody. Please stay safe, stay inspired, and happy crafting. I'll see you all soon. Bye for now.